Hello, friends. Welcome to Gentleman Cadet Academy GCA. Hope you all are doing good. So, another video in the GD topics with the lead discussion series. So, today the topic of the GD is how can India strengthen its mountain warfare capabilities? So, again, a very important topic because in the present times we are facing the threat of two front war. So, therefore, it is very important to modernize our army and to improve our mountain warfare capabilities. And before this, I have made similar high level GD topics. If you want to watch these videos, the link of the playlist is available in the I button. So, like always, without wasting any time, let us start. So, the topic of the GD is how can India strengthen its mountain warfare capabilities? So, as we know that India's mountainous borders, particularly in the Himalayas, they pose unique challenges for national defense, and these include harsh terrains, extreme weather conditions, and limited infrastructure. And with adversaries like China and Pakistan maintaining an active presence along these borders, so enhancing India's mountain warfare capabilities is essential. So, for this topic, we are given the three leads. The first lead is it by modernizing equipment and infrastructure for the high altitude operations? Second lead is it by enhancing specialized training programs for soldiers in mountain warfare? And the third lead is strengthening logistic and air mobility in the Himalayan regions. So now let us discuss each lead one by one. So starting with the first lead, that is by modernizing equipment and infrastructure for high altitude operations. So modern equipment and infrastructure, they are critical for maintaining a technological and logistical edge in mountain warfare. The high altitude environment demands specialized tools, advanced technology, and robust infrastructure. So, therefore, standard firearms may be less effective in high altitude environments due to reduced oxygen levels and the extreme cold. So, India must equip its forces with lightweight, weather resistant rifles and machine guns, such as 6 or 716 rifles, which are already being inducted into the army. And these modern firearms are better suited for rugged and high altitude terrain. Then, in terms of advanced artillery, also to support mountain operations, artillery systems must be lightweight but powerful. So, modernizing artillery systems to include mobile, airliftable platforms like M777 howitzers, which can be quickly deployed in mountainous regions, and also by using precision guided munitions, that is PGMs, to target enemy positions with accuracy while minimizing collateral damage. Then, third is winter specific gear. So, high altitude operations demand specialized gear to ensure troop survival in extreme weather. So there is need to equip soldiers with high performance insulated clothing, snow boots, and supplemental oxygen tanks. And this gear must be able to withstand temperatures that can drop to minus 40 degree or lower, preventing frostbite and hypothermia. Then night vision goggles, thermal imaging systems, and drones equipped with infrared sensors can vastly improve operational effectiveness in low visibility conditions. And drones in particular, they can be invaluable for real-time surveillance of enemy movements, true positioning, and terrain mapping. Then, in terms of improving infrastructure, so strengthening the road networks in the Himalaya region is critical for logistical and troop movement. And the Border Road Organization, which is BRO, plays a vital role in this by building roads in remote, difficult to reach areas. And projects like the Atal Tunnel have already cut travel times significantly. And similar all weather roads should be prioritized in regions like Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim. And also by establishing a well insulated shelters that can withstand extreme winter conditions for troops stationed in the forward areas, and also by modernizing and reinforcing existing bases with better heating systems, energy supplies, and facilities for extended stays, which will help to maintain troop readiness and morale. And there is a need to given focus on the communication networks because in the mountainous terrain, maintaining a reliable communication is crucial. So the army should invest in satellite communication system that function in areas where traditional networks fail, and additionally, portable communication devices for soldiers, especially those operating in small and isolated units, can ensure seamless coordination even in the rugged terrain. Then the second lead is by enhancing specialized training programs for soldiers in mountain warfare. So, training is the backbone of operational readiness in high altitude areas. Soldiers must adapt to the physical and the tactical demands of mountain warfare to maximize their potential in these environments. So, India boasts world class institutions like High Altitude Warfare School in Gulmarg, Kashmir. So, expanding such programs and diversifying training content is essential to prepare troops for a variety of high altitude challenges and emerging threats. And also by providing enhanced training programs like physical fitness and acclimatization. So, the unique conditions of high altitude warfare necessitate extensive physical conditioning. So soldiers must undergo rigorous physical conditioning to improve their endurance in oxygen deficient environments, including aerobic exercises and weight training, and regular acclimatization drills at altitudes above 15,000 feet are essential for soldiers to quickly adapt to harsh conditions during rapid deployments. Then, soldiers should be trained in mountain specific tactics such as scaling cliffs, establishing defensive positions in rocky, inaccessible terrain, and ambush techniques. And training should also include the use of snowmobiles, all terrain vehicles, and pack animals for patrols and transport in difficult terrain. And also, simulators and augmented reality platforms can replicate high altitude combat scenarios, enabling soldiers to practice without exposure to the physical risk of training in such environments. And incorporating modern equipment like drones, GPS system, and portable radar system into the training exercises will better prepare soldiers for future operations. And finally, by conducting joint exercises with countries experienced in mountain warfare, such as France, US, as these nations offer valuable expertise, especially in cold weather operations and combat in rugged mountain terrains. So, expanding India's existing exercises like Yudh Abhyas, which is with US, to include high altitude maneuvers, then Indra with Russia, and sharing of tactics and strategies in mountainous regions. Then finally, moving to the third and the last lead, that is by strengthening logistics and air mobility in Himalayan regions. So, logistics is a critical component of sustaining mountain warfare, as the terrain and the weather often disrupt traditional supply chains. So, efficient air mobility and logistical networks are essential to ensure uninterrupted operations. So, there is a need to strengthen the ground logistics, like pre positioning supplies by establishing stockpiles of essential resources like food, fuel, ammunition, and medical kits at key forward bases. This ensures that troops can sustain prolonged operations without relying on frequent resupply missions. And insulated containers should be used to preserve perishable supplies in extreme cold conditions, and also by improved storage facilities. So, building underground depots and storage facilities at key locations to protect supplies from extreme weather conditions and enemy attacks. So, these depots should be stocked with winter specific materials like antifreeze for vehicles and specialized fuel types. Then, also by innovative transport solutions. So, using aerial ropeways, cable cars, and light rail systems to transport goods across rugged terrains, particularly in places where conventional vehicles cannot reach. So, introducing snow clearing machines and heavy duty vehicles designed for extreme weather can also help to maintain access to critical supply routes during harsh winters. Then, talking about enhancing air mobility, so the Indian Air Force should expand its fleet of high altitude capable transport aircraft such as C-17 Globemaster III and C-130J Super Hercules. So these aircraft can move troops and heavy equipment across difficult terrain. And helicopters, particularly the Chinook, which is for the heavy lifts, and Mi-17, which is for the medium lift tasks, should be deployed to support remote bases and ensure quick resupply during operations. Also, the indigenously developed HAL light utility helicopters can be deployed for medical evacuations and supply drop to forward areas. And these helicopters are well suited for short range, high altitude operations in difficult weather conditions. And drones for logistics. So, drones must be equipped with payload capacities that can be used for last mile delivery of critical supplies, including medical equipment, and also by deploying UAVs, which can assist in surveying terrain and weather conditions, helping commanders plan troop movements more effectively. And finally, in terms of medical support and evacuations, so deploying air ambulances equipped for high altitude rescues, ensuring timely medical intervention for soldiers suffering from altitude sickness, frostbite, or other high altitude related ailments, and also by establishing portable field hospitals in forward positions to treat soldiers suffering from high altitude illnesses, as having these facilities in place will drastically reduce the response times in case of medical emergencies. So, finally, in the conclusion, I can say mountain warfare capabilities are a cornerstone of India's defense strategy, especially in the Himalayan region. So, by modernizing equipment, enhancing training, and strengthening logistics, India can ensure its forces are prepared to operate effectively in one of the world's most challenging terrains. And these initiatives not only bolster national security but also reinforce India's ability to counter threats from adversaries like China and Pakistan in high altitude environments. And with the growing importance of strategic positions in the mountains, so strengthening mountain warfare will allow India to maintain a tactical advantage and safeguard its territorial integrity against any future challenges. So, friends, this is all about the three leads discussion for the given topic, and I hope you learned something new today. And I hope this video will be beneficial for you. So, until then, keep learning, keep preparing, keep watching, and keep supporting. Thank you, and best of luck for your upcoming interview.